Alright there you guys, welcome to another one of my live videos. I have just currently done a previous video in the latest news what's going on with Kylian Mbappe and currently Neymar and Sanchez at this moment in time. This is currently coming an update in you guys is about currently Nemanja Matic, the current 28-year-old. Reports are now suggesting that Manchester United further now down the line are very close to agreeing a deal with Nemanja Matic. It's been sprouting from the Daily Star and numerous other reports. We are now very close to getting Nemanja Matic. Currently, Di has also announced that Manchester United are now very close to signing him. It's been a delay because basically I think Juventus have been having discussions with Chelsea about a potential move for Nemanja Matic. This was reports from earlier, but now that has been currently inflated from Juventus. The transfer has been inflated, and they've looked further down the line at currently Matuidi, who was a player I would have liked at Manchester United. I don't think we've initially been in for him. He's a player that's quick, strong. He's a fantastic strong tackler. He's got fantastic passing ability as well. He's also good at driving forward. He's a player that's been at Troyes in the past, Setien in the past. And Juventus have looked at other possible targets now. They have cooled their interest in currently signing Nemanja Matic. We're the only current team that is currently in for him, Nemanja Matic. It's been going on for the last week. Would supposedly expect to be announced by now. He's a player that wouldn't be my favourite. He's better than Fellaini. He's strong. He's a bit weak in some aspects of his game. He's a bit slow. There's not much tempo to his play, but I think with players around him, he will do fantastic. And we need to hurry up in this transfer window. We've only got 2 players on the board, and Mourinho's eager to get another player or 2 on the board. Nemanja Matic, his next destination looks like it's Old Trafford. Looks like that's going to be our next current signing this summer. He's been training on his own. He hasn't been with the rest of the Chelsea squad in Asia. He had the permission of Abramovich, £50 million. I think that was either our bid or that was just the price tag that we had to pay for Nemanja Matic. Chelsea has set a 40 million. They rated him as £40 million. So basically, Manchester United could end up paying £40 million. I'm not quite sure. He's also a player that's won honours with Chelsea. He's been at Vitesse before. He has been at Benfica before. He's a player that played an instrumental role in the middle of the park with Kante last season. He's won a couple of Premier Leagues with Chelsea, and I think 3 seasons or something like that. But we'll basically have to accept Matic. He's basically looking to reunite with Jose Mourinho, as they had a fantastic bond together back at Chelsea. And he's done well for Serbia as well as Nemanja Matic. And it's come to a conclusion now. Basically, Ed Wood was gone on the US tours, to discuss things, to try and get deals finalised. And what else would it said? So it just basically said we are close now to signing Nemanja Matic. I have reservations about him. He wouldn't be my main priority. I would have preferred. He doesn't complement your likes of Fabinho, United Golans and all them players. I'd even prefer Eric Dyer over Matic, but we're getting absolutely nowhere with Dyer. Tottenham have resisted. They're reluctant to sell Eric Dyer, and he would have been fantastic, versatile, quick, strong. Gives you that penetration in the midfield, and that's what we're lacking because it's looking static in the midfield. We're lacking penetration, speed. That creative hole, and we need that creative player in that midfield. Probably Matic may do well. He may do well. I do not know. But it was supposed to be fully announced by now for Matic, but discussions have been going on, with Juventus trying to get hold of him as well. I don't think he's worth that kind of money. We could potentially get a better player for £40-50 million than Nemanja Matic, but the way he's going in the transfer window at the moment, it doesn't look very realistic now, guys. So Nemanja Matic looks possible now. It's going to be a done deal, I should presume. So there you go. That's latest news about Nemanja Matic. As I updated you earlier on about Kylian Mbappe, he's still going for the staggering £160 million. Real Madrid had made inquiries. I think Manchester City have tried making inquiries. I said it was reports as suggested this morning that Real Madrid and Monaco had agreed an £160 million deal they'd agreed a deal. Monaco's perspective, they didn't agree the deal. Real Madrid are basically willing to pay this. For an 18-year-old who's one of the highest prospects in the world, his performances for France are absolutely fantastic. He's a very prolific goal scorer. I think, as I said, it's a bit insanity judging one player after one season. But I honestly can't see Monaco honestly can't see Monaco selling Kylian Mbappe. They've lost Bernardo Silva, they've lost Benjamin Mendy, they've lost keep forgetting Benjamin Mendy, Bernardo Silva and Bakayoko, and they have raised money out of this. Real Madrid have also raised money for offloading their players, but I'd give him a couple of years, maybe Kylian Mbappe, to express himself more. I'd give him a couple of years at least, or unless Real Madrid even get him on a loan deal, which may be important if they get him on a loan deal or something like that. But Monaco have persuaded they don't basically want to offload another one of their top class players. He was a top scorer last season for Monaco, 29 goals in all competitions. His performances in the Champions League were absolutely fantastic as well. And it had reported with the it wasn't the only £160 million. There was potential add-ons for the appearances, the performances. I think the salary had been announced and it was going to be a 5 or 6 year deal for the player. We know numerous other teams have been in there to get his signature. We know Arsenal have had a couple of bids rejected. We know we've been in there, City have been in there, and they've come in now again at the final hurdle with Real Madrid. I think Liverpool have been there. He's attracted numerous new teams as Kylian Mbappe, but if he went to Real Madrid, as I said, they've got good training facilities, they've got a fantastic fan base and an ecstatic stadium. Real Madrid, in the entirety of the summer, have basically wanted to get Eden Hazard on the board, but they've basically had to offload a few of their players to do that. And they've offloaded Morata, as I said, but Kylian Mbappe, I said, if he gets in the Real Madrid team, they may need to get rid of another player, basically, if he's going to get that first team football. If there's Bale, Benzema won't want to sit on the bench for Real Madrid, and Ronaldo, he will differ in a couple of years' time, and he'll probably retire, and then that may be the idea then. But £160 million, if you take into consideration how much money has been spent in this transfer window at the moment, you're talking City have spent over 200 million on 5, over 100 million on just full-backs. Everton have spent a staggering amount of money on, but that's on over 7 players, not 1 player. Chelsea have spent quite a bit of money as well, and a lot of teams have spent big money this summer. But for 1 player, it's staggering amounts of money, and it's astronomical business if the deal does get finalised. But I just can't see Monaco selling Kylian Mbappe. We know Manchester City have now put in there with a shout, but they've got a strong team as it is. They may still need to address the midfield, but they have still a very bad connection. They've still got a strong midfield of this is doing me head in. Manchester City, they've got Aguero, Gabriel Jesus, who are the flourish of Manchester City. Aguero's not Pep Guardiola's first choice, but I just can't see Monaco offload him. And now with City getting Benjamin Mendy, that could inflate the deal for Arsenal getting Thomas Lemar. It could definitely now inflate the deal us getting Fabinho. Fabinho doesn't look like that's going to happen. Di Marzio announced it before we was close. Not going to happen now. I think Monaco, that's another, from Monaco's perspective, he's going to stay at Monaco. They're reluctant to sell him. They've lost a lot of their players. They are going to raise the funds if they do sell Kylian Mbappe. They can get individual replacements. They've also got a couple of players on the board already, but they just don't want to lose all the masterclass players. They've got a young, talented, experienced squad of Monaco. They just won't want to lose all the top players, and that's the thing. This connection's going very, very different. It's doing my nutting in anywhere. And as I updated you about Neymar earlier, even Ronaldo's basically persuaded him to stay with Barcelona. He's persuaded him. A few other people have persuaded him to stay at Barcelona. Neymar, who signed a 5-year contract before, PSG are basically willing to activate that £196 million release clause. He is aged 25 or 26, I think it's 25. The discussions have been going on, the speculation has been going on for quite a while now, since it broke out from the media and the reports, when the PSG owners had been in talks with Barcelona over the potential move. Who else had been in talks? PSG owners been in talks with Barcelona. The chairman basically has basically tried to get the deal finalised as well. He's trying to get the deal finalised with Neymar. There has been discussions going on between the two clubs. But I think they're at loggerheads. I basically just do not know what Neymar wants to do. I think he's told Messi Suarez and that I think he's staying at Barcelona. The club president's confident he's staying at Barcelona. Barcelona in general is confident he's staying at Barcelona. It should be announced maybe sometime at least this week now what he's going to be doing. His performances Brazil have been fantastic. He's won loads and loads of honours. He has a strong relation with Lionel Messi. Him, Messi, Suarez, the combination between them is absolutely fantastic. And he can't take over the years with world record fees that have been played for players. You're talking for Gareth Bale when Real Madrid had paid £900 million for him. You're talking about we paid £8 to £9 million for Paul Pogba last summer. You're talking about what were the last player years ago? You're talking back in 2000, Luis Figo. You're talking Ronaldo back in 2009. So if these deals, if this is astronomical business, if PSG get Suarez, get Neymar, that's going to absolutely rip them deals to absolute shreds. And the way the transfer window is going, and in the next couple of years, what we paid for Pogba is going to be a bargain. What Real Madrid paid us for Ronaldo is going to be a bargain. So you've just got to basically take that in consideration. As I said, Barcelona basically cannot reject this bid. I just don't see how they can make these bids, but on the other hand, how can PSG afford this without even having to comply for financial fair play? Won't they break the financial fair play rules paying that amount of money? As I said, in consideration, if they get Neymar and they get Suarez, that's going to be an astronomical and that's going to be astonishing amount of money. And that's also including the agent fees. It's also including the wage as well, which is going to be nearly, you're talking at least nearly £500 million for them two players. PSG may not get them two players in, they may not. PSG have also they've got Dani Alves now, aren't they, anywhere, but they're looking to strengthen up. They want to be the elite opposition. They want to do better in the Champions League, and I presume if you've got Neymar, who's probably one of the best footballers in the world, he's gonna deliver you that. He's going to deliver you and develop himself fantastically well and score you goals. He's Neymar. But his performances for Brazil, fantastic. His performances for Barcelona, fantastic. I think he scored against Juventus twice the other day as well. So you can just tell his performances are absolutely outstanding. We've been in there. You know, a few other clubs have been in there, but PSG could be in the ascendancy. And we know with his father as well. His father bought the tickets for him to go to Paris Saint-Germain because he was convinced it was going to happen. They've still been interacting of PSG and, well, the father's been interacting with Barcelona since they missed out on him last summer. He has been discussing basically with the PSG? Yeah, the PSG officials about a potential move. There has been discussions going on, and it's all now boils down to what Neymar basically wants to do. It'd be maybe beneficial for him to go to Paris Saint-Germain. He's got some of his teammates there, such as Thiago Silva, Dani Alves, and all that. But there again, he's got a fantastic relation with Lionel Messi. So they're at loggerheads basically. They're at loggerheads. They don't know what they're doing. He's told his friends he wants to leave, and then he's changed his story all of a sudden. So we're not quite sure what's going to be happening with the Neymar situation, but it's going to be absolute staggering amounts of money if it gets pulled off. With Sanchez as well, Sanchez, as I updated you earlier on again, Arsene Wenger's mistranslated it. He's disregarded the media. He has no faith in the media. He's saying it's all basically bullshit, and he thinks standing firm. He's being ruthless. He's rebuffed it all. The speculation's been going on for the last week, basically since Arsene Wenger's had a few press conferences. He's mistranslated the media. He's basically mistranslated what Sanchez has said, basically saying that he wants Champions League football. And he said his future had been decided, basically. And he basically then relying on Arsenal, basically, to make the next move. And Arsene Wenger has done that next move. He's poured cold water currently on the speculation. And he's demanded a contract of 400,000. I think Wenger's only willing to pay, 375,000. And I think he demanded a £500,000 contract if PSG were to get him on the board. They're willing to pay over £40 million for Alexis Sanchez, because you should get him for a reasonable fee with him coming to an end of his contract. He's a very composed, organised, very, very energetic player. I'd absolutely love him at Manchester United. I don't think we initially have been fully in for him. But it's going to be absolutely astronomical business if this deal gets finalised. And look at the difference, as I keep saying, between Neymar and Kylian Mbappe. Neymar's 25, Kylian Mbappe's 18 or something like that. He's one of the highest prospects in world football, but I think he needs a few years at least at Monaco to express himself, and Monaco will not sell Kylian Mbappe, and that is an absolute fact. And I know that for sure they are not going to sell Kylian Mbappe, no matter, regardless of what teams are offering him. You know, Monaco basically are not going to let Kylian Mbappe go, you know. They can find individual replacements, but it's going to be very, very difficult, you know. It's going to be very, very difficult. So that's basically, and Sanchez is a player that I think he's adamant that he does want to leave. Werner doesn't want to leave. He wants Champions League football. He's only won like 3 FA Cups in 4 seasons with Arsenal, and basically he feels though he wants more than that guy, getting to the next level. You know, getting to the next level, going to a supposed better team. Paris Saint-Germain probably are better than Arsenal. But they're looking to get the business done. This is going to cost absolutely staggering amounts of money for these two players, let alone without Sanchez, even Neymar, you know. And that is £220 million. Neymar and Mbappe eases £160 million, 180 million euros. So there's not much of a difference. To say the age gap, obviously Neymar's more highly experienced because he's older. He's currently at a better team as well. But Kylian Mbappe is still a prolific goal scorer, and with his outstanding campaign, it's a bit silly judging him after one season. But a lot of teams have want to get him on the board. I don't think also Monaco are going to sell another Monaco player. Monaco are going to sell another one of their players to Manchester City. Currently, City have already got 2 of their players on the board as well. But they have been a team that's been hard to negotiate with. Real Madrid have been a team that's been hard to negotiate with also. So yeah, but who do you think as well could potentially be our next winger in the team? That is going to be hard. With a Perisic, Inter Milan are still demanding that they want that £48 million. This is what basically Di Marzio had announced before, which is €55 million, £48 million sterling. Did say not worth £48 million. He's a player, he's highly experienced. We need that highly experience in the team. We've only got the couple of senior players, which is Carrick, Valencia. We need a left winger. We need Perisic. Ed Woodward has gone the US tours. Had talks with Mourinho, trying to get deals finalised, basically. And I don't think, whatever, he's a player, he's good, but he doesn't set the world alight. That's basically why Manchester United are not willing to pay the £48 million for Perisic. We've had 2 or 3 bids rejected in the past for Perisic. He's been basically a priority target for quite a while now. It's been going on since March that we've wanted even Perisic on the board. We expected a deal to be finalised now, but they're wanting that £48 million. They've also demanded that they want Antonio Martial involved in the deal as well, just like PSG have. So they're both being stubborn, PSG and Perisic. We've had a £35 million bid when we was in advanced talks of 35. We've had another bid rejected, and I think we've had another bid rejected on top of that as well. He's currently in China at the moment with the rest of the Inter Milan squad. He wants to force the move, he wants the move, and he's highly experienced. And he's a player that can score goals, dictate the play, good at physical ground defenders, can get a ball into the box for Lukaku, Rashford, you know, to capitalise on Perisic. But the way it's going at the moment, we're just struggling to get a deal finalised. Even the agent has held talks with the Inter Milan officials to try and push a deal through. Hasn't worked out. The director still resisted to any offer. You know, he's basically saying Perisic is not coming, lest we meet their price tag, which is £48 million that currently Inter Milan have currently set out. So if we do get Matic, which is good, wouldn't be my first choice, but we'll have to settle with that. I'll back Mourinho. If we do get Matic, fantastic news. Maybe announced tonight fully, maybe announced tomorrow morning fully. But if we do get Perisic, and then basically we need that left winger as well. Once we get that centre defensive mid, we need that creative winner. That's the most important thing, that dedicated width. You need that width. It's very, very essential in a squad, basically. You need that width. And we may get that width. And Perisic still may come. We might try to force a way through of getting even Perisic on the board. Who can we get if we don't get Perisic on the board? Is Dembele. I think he's adamant that he wants to move out of Borussia Dortmund. He could be supposedly become available. Barcelona have been in there before. I think he snubbed Barcelona off. Could he be available? Probably going to be one of the best two or best three in world football, as I said, when Messi and Ronaldo retire. He's going to be probably one in the top two or top three. Prolific goal scorer, good at drawing forward. You know, he's very skillful. You know, what a player. What a player. I'd love him, and he's definitely comparison to Perisic, obviously. But what would we be paying for him? Would it be 50, 60, 70 million pounds? Basically whatever maybe Borussia Dortmund wanted for him. So he could basically be available. If he's willing to leave Dortmund, we should be first there in the queue to get him on the board. Thomas Lerma, I think Arsenal are still essentially in for him. But now that they may still be reluctant to sell him. Monaco still may want to keep him because he had a part to play last season for Monaco as well. So I can't really think of any much left winners than we can get at the moment in time, apart from Perisic. Bale would be essential, but Mourinho's disregarded that. He's basically saying he has no desire to leave Real Madrid. What he's done for the club at Real Madrid, won honours, won Champions Leagues, La Ligas, been injury prone, but there you go. He's not going to leave Real Madrid. So we've gone for him before, but Gareth Bale is currently not going to leave Real Madrid. But Matic, he will basically have to do. I updated you earlier about what was going on with Renato Sanchez. We could be still close to signing him as well. Good, strong, very quick. He's versatile because he can play in other numerous positions. He can play on ride roles for Renato Sanchez. And he does basically need to depart Bayern Munich, does Renato Sanchez. Fuck off, man. I've just dropped my money. So, yeah, anyway, I've just basically forgot... let's have a look. Wait there, guys. Bear with me a moment. But with Sanchez, they'd had basically a meeting and also... oh, fuck off. Mourinho had... not Mourinho. Lost my words. They'd had a meeting. Sanchez had a meeting with the director of PSG and his agent, Sanchez's, about discussing a potential move. That's when it looks likely it was going to happen. Why would he be in Paris if he didn't want to make a move to Paris? That's where I'm coming from on the situation about this. I don't think this controller's charging. So anyway, I think that's basically everything to update you guys on. I updated you what was going on with Smalling yesterday. I think we still need a striker. We definitely need a winger. We need someone who's going to complement in that midfield. I love a dynamic midfielder. Looks like we're basically not at the moment in time going to get a dynamic midfielder. So we basically have to accept how it is. But Matic looks very, very realistically now. He is going to come to Manchester United. I'm going to do a video in about 10 minutes after this one. I'm going to be doing my Barcelona preview, which is it tomorrow night? Is it 12:30 tomorrow night? Yes, it is. So I'm going to be doing a preview on the game. So anyway, guys, that's everything to update you today. Drop your comments and likes below on the video. Subscribe to my channel as always, and take it easy. And I'll see you later. Bye.